Hola, and welcome back, Masters and Princesses. I hope you're doing well today. Here we are with another video with a little research put behind it. I wanted to do this because I have had the opportunity, and if you were there, you were there. I've got to see the movie Kate in my Discord channel with a bunch of people watching it together, and it was a great, fun time. And I figured, how did it all go down? How did they end up in the movie? So I went ahead and decided to do a little bit of research based on BAND-MAID, the movie Kate, and everything. And I'm sure everyone by now knows what Kate is, but I just thought this would be a fun rabbit hole to go down, especially since Blooming is the next track on the album. So if you don't mind, I would love to share the information I have found with you. So as usual, before I do that, if you like the channel, like and subscribe, share as you wish. Discord and Patreon are down in the description below. Today on Patreon, we will be checking out Blooming, the live performance from the World Domination Tour. But yeah, I'm excited to dive into this and share with you what I found. So let's get to it. If you're a BAND-MAID fan, there's a pretty good chance you recognize this scene. You're watching a Netflix action movie, you're following an assassin through a Tokyo nightclub, and suddenly, BAND-MAID. There they are, performing Choose Me on stage. But how did 5 Japanese musicians dressed as maids end up in a Hollywood action movie starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead? And perhaps more importantly, why did the director specifically want BAND-MAID? Well, the story behind this cameo is actually pretty fascinating. Kate is a 2021 Netflix action thriller directed by Cedric Nicolas-Troyan.
Kate, what happened to you?
I missed. I think I was poisoned before the hit.
The movie stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Kate,
V. Who was the target?
an assassin working in Tokyo who discovers that she has been poisoned.
Grand honcho of the Yakuza.
How much time do I have?
14 hours, maybe 15.
Kate, it's gonna be okay.
You won't get any more questions from me after today.
She has less than 24 hours to live, and she decides to spend that time finding the person responsible and getting revenge.
Who are you?
I'm Kate.
And while the movie is very much an action film, there's another major part of its identity.
Who poisoned me?
I only followed us.
Whose orders? How do I get to him?
He doesn't surface ever.
Music. Director Nicolas-Troyan wasn't simply looking for generic background music. In an interview, he talks about there being a scene where Annie would be in a nightclub, but he felt since Annie was 13 years old, she wouldn't be in just a regular nightclub. So he figured it makes more sense for her to be attending a concert, and that concert would consist of strong, really cool, and exciting female Japanese artists. And believe it or not, one internet search later, and he came across BAND-MAID. According to Miku and Saiki, the connection to Kate started with one song in particular. Choose Me. The director had heard the song and specifically wanted to use it in an important scene in the movie. So the initial conversation wasn't necessarily, hey, BAND-MAID, would you like to act in our movie? It was more like, I love this song, I'd like to use it in the movie. And BAND-MAID agreed. But then came the surprise. The director didn't just want the song. He wanted BAND-MAID themselves.
BAND-MAID, that's an interesting story. So BAND-MAID, the story is this. The script says that Annie is in the nightclub. And Annie being 13 years old, I was like, I don't see a nightclub. I don't see it. And then I start to think about like, okay, what would Annie like? And she would like somebody with attitude. She would like maybe a girls band with like a lot of a lot of spunk and a lot of attitude. And then I started to look on internet, and then all of a sudden I see BAND-MAID, and I call and I say, are they real musicians? And they're, oh yeah, they're the real deal. We call BAND-MAID and say, hey, do you want to be in the film? We send them the script. They were written in the script and everything. And they were like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. And they came and we shot them, and that's it. And they were amazing. And they're a really good band. And we had no idea they had so much fans that were so like amped up. And so now, looking at what's going on with all the fan amped up, I'm like, yeah, BAND-MAID, world domination. Yes.
In their USEN Encore interview, Miku and Saiki later explained that once they realized the director wanted them to appear in the film, their reaction was basically, wait, we're gonna be in the movie? And that's an important distinction. They weren't being cast as fictional characters. They weren't playing a random rock band. They're BAND-MAID. They're appearing as themselves, performing their own music. And just a fun fact, here's something that you may not have realized about that scene in Kate. BAND-MAID didn't film this in Japan. Miku and Saiki said their scenes were filmed in September of 2019 in Thailand. For Miku, it was her first time visiting Thailand, and it was also BAND-MAID's first experience making a movie. The venue itself was actually much bigger than what you would expect in the final project. Miku said there were huge spaces and backstage areas that didn't make it into the movie. So while the finished cameo is pretty short, the production behind those few seconds was anything but small. So after BAND-MAID finished filming their portion of the movie in September 19th of 2019, they waited. Kate wouldn't be released until September of 2021. And we all know what happened between that time. Since it had almost been 2 years, BAND-MAID at that point thought maybe that their portion of the movie more than likely had been cut. And after nearly 2 years of waiting, they finally knew that they made it into the movie. If you're new to BAND-MAID, there's something you can easily miss, which I know none of you are new to BAND-MAID, but here we go. BAND-MAID actually appears in Kate musically before they make an appearance. Around 13 minutes into the movie, Kate takes off in a car. And BAND-MAID's Blooming starts playing. The song accompanies Kate's driving sequence and helps establish the frantic energy of the scene.
Stop.
Fuck's sake. Now, this is just me appealing to the gearheads out there, and because I like cars, really. If you're curious about what kind of car was used in Kate, apparently it was a 1976 Nissan Cedric, the 330 series. I just thought that was really cool. And just a little more fun fact, in Japan, there's a subculture called Kaido racing. Basically, it's where you soup up some really nice old cars, new cars, and you make them basically look like a street racing car. It's pretty cool. You should look it up. It's really neat. Then we get to the scene that everyone remembers. Around the 29-minute mark, Kate enters a nightclub looking for Annie. And on stage, BAND-MAID. They're performing Choose Me. Miku, Saiki, Kanami, Misa, Akane. All 5 members are there performing as BAND-MAID. And there's one last detail that makes the story even better. BAND-MAID has talked about world domination for years, and when Kate was released, Troyan sent BAND-MAID a message. He said he was happy BAND-MAID was in the film, wished the members the best, and hoped they would gain a lot more fans because of the movie. And then he finished with world domination. He knew exactly what to say. So BAND-MAID's appearance in Kate wasn't simply just a cameo. A director who was interested in searching for strong Japanese female musicians discovered BAND-MAID. BAND-MAID flew to Thailand and filmed their scene in 2019. Their music ended up appearing twice in the movie, Blooming during Kate's driving sequence, and Choose Me during the nightclub scene where we actually get to see the maids. And after almost 2 years of waiting, BAND-MAID finally got to see themselves on the screen. It's a relatively small cameo, but it's a pretty cool milestone for a band whose philosophy was taking this maid concept and hard rock and taking it to the world. And considering the director's final message to them, maybe Kate was just another step towards that goal. World domination.